So you know, do not go in there. It's a construction zone. What if you are a tourist from Japan and you read no English and you're going to Yosemite? It's like, oh, I'm going to Yosemite. I'm going to go see, El Capitan, and I'm going to go see Half Dome, and I'm going to climb the Mist Trail. And as you do it, you think, oh, it's the entrance to Yosemite. Look how wilderness is back there. You can't read that sign. You go back, and the crane falls on you, and it kills you. It's over. So you're not going to see Yosemite. In Japan, this is going to warn you. It says, stay away. Do not enter here. There's no words there. We can tell that cartoon character is telling us stay away. There actually are words above that, but I cropped them out to make my point. But often that cartoon character won't appear with any words. It'll just be the cartoon character. Construction signs, there are thousands of these guys, and some construction women too, but mostly construction men, and sometimes they're bowing, saying, I'm sorry, but it's a mess here, don't come in. Other, it's a stern hand out like that. So, and as we've got our little character here saying, it's easy to learn with pictures. And Japanese characters, the Kana characters, you could think of them as pictures too, just like we can think of our ABCs as pictures and associate them with pictures. A is for apple, B is for boy, C is for cat. We could do that with Kana as well. And so our series here, Kana de Manga is the first book that deals with the characters we're going to be talking about in just a moment. And then the Kanji de Manga series, these are books that teach you Japanese kanji. We're not going to talk about kanji so much here, but these are the characters that came from Chinese, or excuse me, came from China in the Chinese language and were adopted by the Japanese, and then the pronunciations change. Sometimes the meanings change as well, but there's a shared culture there, language culture. Here's a couple pages from the Kana de Manga book. The first character there is U, and then we've got on the other side we have Su, and on the left there is the U character is hiragana. Does anybody know what, well, those of you who don't speak Japanese or read or write it, do you know what hiragana is? No? Okay. And then katakana is on the right. So hiragana, I'm going to keep this kind of basic because there's more meaning to it than this. You'll have to go deeper into language and study on your own to figure this out. But hiragana, for all intents and purposes in this gathering right now, hiragana is for writing Japanese words. Katakana is for writing words that are not Japanese, that are borrowed from other languages. So earlier I mentioned cosplay. Cosplay would be written in katakana because it's a combination of two English words, costume and play. So, and that's correct. So everybody's name in here, other than the folks who are born in Japan, if you write your name in Japanese, you're not going to do it in kanji. Well, to some exceptions, Japanese born or maybe Chinese born. But if you're born in California, or if you're born in Europe and you do not have an Asian name, you are going to be, well, Chinese or Japanese name, you're going to be writing it in katakana. So that chart there, or those charts there, you will have your katakana chart, and you can study that and figure out how to write your own name because it's all phonetics. It's very simple. And let's start reading these together, all right? So we're going to start with the 46 basic hiragana characters. And do you want to do a? Okay. So I was gonna ask my young friend here if she wanted to do the pronunciation. So I will say something quickly about pronunciation. I'm an American. I'm a Californian. I was born here. I didn't speak really hardly any foreign language until I went to Japan, and then I probably started speaking more Spanish than anything else because I was kind of interested in it. And my wife loves to study Spanish, so we watch a lot of telemundo. But the thing about pronunciation in any language and accents is, my belief is, don't worry about your accent. Your accent is your identity. And for those of you who are old like me, or at least a little older, you'll all know Dr. Henry Kissinger, Secretary of State under President Nixon. His very heavily accented man. And he was once asked, why didn't you lose your accent? Why do you try to become, because very intelligent man. And he said, my accent is my identity. it's a reminder of who I am, what I am, where I came from. And I think that that's important. If you go to Japan, if you're a native Spanish speaker, you're going to probably fit in real well in terms of pronunciation. If you're not, don't worry about it. For the most part, Japanese do not care how you pronounce their language. They really value the fact that you're learning their language and trying to speak to them in their own language, especially because those of us who are English speakers, most Japanese can speak English, or at least understand it really well. And so when you try to learn their language, they're even more happy about that.